Good morning. Thank goodness I woke up in time to do my inventory because it took forever. Anyway, it took me like 30 minutes to do my inventory, and so then the only thing, it's fine, but now I'm probably gonna end up having to wait at the bus stop for like 10 minutes because I think I'm gonna like barely miss the bus. I'm exhausted, but I'm ready to seize the day. I've never been so like comparison with myself, but like when you're in a place you've never been before, you're just like looking at all the other people. People here are barely dressed for the rain and the cold. It's just casual, which I understand. Why is everyone walking on the right side? I'm confused. Anyway, that's confusing to me. They're walking on the wrong side for here. Anyway, but it's like really intimidating to walk because like it's 10 a.m. It's a gloomy day, and it's like the center of campus that I'm walking through. So it's just a ton of students. Like everyone is a student, and they all have like the puffer black jackets moment. So, and my bright blue stands out. But it's fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just what I'm thinking about. I haven't walked this way before. It's like all campus buildings, basically. It's very campusy over here. Because our dorm is like, if you turn one way, it's this. If you turn the other way, it's city. So I haven't been over here. I haven't seen a single person wearing wellies. Everyone is just wearing trainers. And I mean, it's a fairly mild rain day, but there is a massive puddle right there. We'll see how these folks handle it. Lesson learned, the buses will just run you over if you're crossing. I was like, everyone in front of me was crossing, so I crossed, but I was like at the end of the line and I almost got hit by a bus. They don't care. Never mind, that wasn't where I was going. The buildings are crazy. And there's like a bunch of like grade school children with heavy accents. I don't understand. So the lady sent me to the Market Square, and I said, where is the bus? I said, there's a bus to Clifton. I said, how do I get to Clifton campus? I probably should just get on that bus. It might be easier. Because I think I'm going to have to walk all the way. I might as well walk from wherever that bus lands off to the campus. But I think they're taking off. It's fine. But I think I'm going to have to... I said, where's bus 4 pickup? And he says, I actually haven't taken that route, but I think it's Victoria Center. That's right next to where I live. And I'm very confused because they don't have like the bus lines on Google Maps or Apple Maps. So, but this is where she sent me. Okay, I've emailed the person who sent me where to go. Just telling her that there wasn't a bus to the campus here and I'm a bit lost. So I'm just gonna hope that she responds to me quickly. Yeah. Okay, so far I don't know where bus 4 picks up, and I'm kind of scared to leave this place and find it because I don't really know where I am. Okay, so I just trusted that email, but the email might have just linked to like the city transportation site because that's where I am. Like this is where like the center of all the transportation stuff. And I think I was looking at the actual like transportation map, and I was trying to find familiar things because the transportation map is not good. And I think I have to walk back to where I came from, which is a good learning experience, and at least I don't have to walk all the way over here in the future. At least I had this thing, but now I think I'm gonna be late to class. So apparently all I needed to do was ask the group chat because someone knew exactly where the stop was. And it's like 5 minutes away from our house. And it's in the opposite direction of this. So I have like 20 minutes to walk to get there. And that's basically when my class starts. So my class is gonna be like, I'm gonna be late to class. But it's okay, it's a 2-hour class and I'll just be like, I got lost. I'm American. I mean, it was only half a mile to get here, so I think I've survived. I'm starting to get really sweaty, but I can also see my breath, so. Oh, this is actually, I've been here before, because this is over to where we saw the church, and that's Newton, and Arkwright, which is right across from my school, so I think I actually know where to go from here. We'll see. One thing about looking at maps is that you're not looking at the puddles. It's okay, it was a shallow puddle. Now my shoes are muddy. I am wearing my tennis shoes today or my trainers, because, and they've been fine until I stepped into that puddle. But I was like, I'm gonna have to walk to the stop and walk. Now I know I don't have to walk so far to the stop. I can wear my boots when it's raining, but yesterday I wore my boots on our little adventure, and it just wasn't that comfortable. I just had the grand idea to go back to Newton because it's the student union, and ask for help. Okay, nice British lady that some of the things she said I couldn't understand, but I understood left, and then right. And she said something about Wagamamon. She said, do you know where the corner building is? I said no. She said, do you know where Wagamamon is? I said no. But apparently I turned left down here. I go past this building, I turn left, and then I turn left on the next street, and I go past the traffic junction, and then I turn right, and there's Wagamamon, and I'll see the number 4 bus. Hopefully I see the bus stop. So it comes every 10 minutes, which I knew, which means it's like there right now, which means I'll have to wait another 10 minutes probably, and who knows. Apparently classes here start later than they say because people have like back-to-back classes, so they just get there whenever and then they start whenever, so maybe I'll get there like just in time. I mean, I gave myself this time because I thought that I wouldn't know how to get around Clifton to the place I'm supposed to go, but instead I'm using it to find the bus stop. But it's fine. Left here, and then left right up here. I see the Wagamama. I think it's a big. It's next to Fridays, which looks like it's TGI Fridays, but just Fridays. So it's a big like Asian restaurant, Wagamama. So I think this is where I turn left, because she said turn left and then left. Let me make sure this isn't where I turn right, because this is the big traffic junction. She said turn right after the traffic. Oh dear. Well, I know where that is. So I know where I am now, but I don't know where bus 4 is. Let me just make sure I don't see a bus stop over there. I do see a bus stop, but I don't know what bus it's for. At least I like am back in the city that I'm familiar with, like partially. Oh, 4. It's right here. NTU City Campus bus stop. Maybe I could have just put that in Google Maps. Who knew it was this easy? I'm gonna text a group chat and make sure that is NTU Clifton Campus. It says so. Right here. All she had to say was turn left and left. She made it a little bit more complicated, but that's alright because now I'm here and bus 15 is coming. Another bus is coming. Oh. They drive on the left side here. Am I going that way? I guess so. NTU Clifton Campus. Well, it was right here all along. Fun fact. It's right here all along. Yeah, so I didn't fully realize what time it was. And I will definitely be like 20 minutes late to my class. But I'll be there. I will be learning about the gender and the nation. Let's fucking go. I think the bus comes in 7 minutes, so we'll see. My favorite thing is just like talking to people for like a long enough phrase that they can like clearly hear my accent. I mean, I'm sure they can hear my accent, but I'll say something a little bit, I'll say like even when I'm just saying hello, like excuse me, I'll say excuse me, and then I'll ask my question so that they immediately know I'm not from here. And they seem to be very patient with me and helpful. Everyone I've talked to, one person wasn't as patient, but pretty much everyone I talked to has been very helpful, or at least tried to help me. And I've asked for help a lot of times, so that's saying something. But the one thing is that I've noticed here is I'll start talking and, you know, I'll say enough so that they can hear my accent and know I'm not familiar with the area, but they never call me. No one, not a single British person has been like, oh, you're American. Never. Which is a tiny bit of a culture shock for me because in America they're like, oh, where are you from? And it's just like, and here they just don't care. There's enough people from enough places that they're just like, or they just don't give a shit. I left my room an hour ago? Less than an hour ago because I was running late. And my class starts in 10 minutes. And the bus, I think, takes 30 minutes. I did look it up. It's only 3 miles away. It's a, 15-minute car ride. And then, I guess, a 35-minute bus ride. I have yet to see the bus. It said, not City Campus due, and then it went away, and now it says City Campus 8 minutes. But it still says that the bus I'm supposed to get on is coming this way, whether or not it's the right side. So I'm just gonna sit tight and wait for that bus to get here. Right? You need a bus card or bank card. So I paid with my bank card.
Next stop, City College.
Your frequent city bus network. Activate your student ID card. Student ID card change. Your ID card.
street.
but I've tried to activate it, and I couldn't find where to activate it. It was just linked to their general website, and I've since moved seats from where the sign was that said activate your account. So I actually don't know what the link on the sign is anymore. It'll all get worked out, and on my journey home, I won't have to pay. I'm just happy to learn that the stop is actually right next to where I am, and yeah, that was there wasn't an address to the stop, so it didn't know what stop to get on. That was the confusion, and the only address on there was the address to the center of the transportation, and it's mostly just the contact information for the transportation services. But because that was the only address listed on the email, I was like, I guess this is what I put into maps, which is fine because it all ended up being fine. And now I know, but I wish it wasn't so rainy because I can't be sightseeing right now. Also, everyone has been so accommodating
Next stop,
because
County Hall. Along
I'm
here for
new
Trentbridge
here,
Cricket Ground and the City
so
Ground.
they're take your time, they're very kind. So that's good. The reason I think that's Nottingham Stadium. Yes. Okay, I can see it out of that side. I don't know if you can see it because I saw the stadium lights and I was like, is that the Nottingham Forest? Maybe. There's a lot of people around me. I kind of don't want to be too loud about it. This is honestly a really short trip. The next stop is the campus. Press stop. The stop next to me. I'm assuming everyone is getting off here because everyone's been on here a long time. It's the end of the way. Okay, someone press stop. But yeah, so it's been 20
Next stop, NTU,
minutes.
Clifton Campus.
25 to 30 minutes. I'm saying will be total, unless it's a long way. That's the next stop. And welcome to Clifton Campus. So we're going inside the campus, and now I have to figure out where I'm supposed to go. Okay, so apparently the reason she sent that address to me was because I'm supposed to go in person to that address to activate my card. So that's really fun. I don't know when that obviously that won't happen right now. I guess I'll have to figure out. Okay, I'm looking at the thing. You are here. Students Union. How do I get there? I go that way? Yeah, I think I go that way. But I could also ask someone. Maybe I should have asked the guy I talked to earlier. I think I go this way. Anyway, there's a bunch of students that take that bus over here, so I should probably tell the group chat that you have to activate it in person. Turns out I cannot read a map and I should always be asking for help, but the window of opportunity to ask for help was everyone exiting the bus and blah blah blah, and there's a bunch of people around, and now there's nobody. But right, the student union is somewhere. I just walk in and ask. This is it's sort of a similar layout. It's like a college, I guess, or it's I don't know. It's a university, but the road is called College Road or something. And it's on the map, it's a similar layout to Maryville, but it's actually so much bigger. It's so much bigger. Okay, student union is right here. I need help. Okay, so I just asked the first person I saw in the student union, and it's 11 a.m. and he was drinking a pint of beer, had the most British accent, had long hair, and he was like, I said, can I ask you a question? He's like, ask away. And I said, where's the library? And he was like, I'm assuming you're new here. And it's so funny because out of all the British TV I've watched, it feels like everyone here sounds like they're from Heartstopper. Like, I wonder what that accent is, because it's just that accent. But and he was like, you literally just walk out the door and you walk down and down and down, just straight, and then you turn right, and that's that, and if you can't find it, there's maps everywhere. And I was like, cool. I have no sense of direction. I'm gonna ask. No, they seem. I'm trying to. The thing about it is that people's vibes here. I can't. Oh, there's the crosswalk. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm finding the other buildings I have classes in, but yeah, I told the guy, I was like, yeah, I've literally never been here before. Never been here before. Excuse me. She smiled at me, but she didn't hear me. It's okay. She was kind of far away from me. Oh, there's a little thing with arrows pointing different places. Okay, sports pitch, engineering, okay, I think I'm in the wrong place because there's no arrow. Learning offices, maybe that's the library. What the fuck? I should have just asked the next person. I should just keep asking people. But the thing is, classes are happening right now, so there's not people places, and it's also like nasty outside. So it's fine. I found it. It was straight ahead and to the right, but I took a right too soon because I didn't know you could take a right over here. But then I kind of made up for it. So it's funny because if I hadn't seen the sign, I was gonna ask that guy, and he's literally sitting on the steps to the library. Always talk to librarians. If there's one thing I've learned in life, it's to always talk to librarians. Okay, first floor means you go up a flight of stairs. That's how I'm retraining my brain. One flight, one floor. Yeah, so basically the question I just asked her was, I was like, I don't know what it's like here if I'm 30 minutes late to class. Is it impolite to just walk in, or is it important to just walk in? She said it's really up to you. If you don't feel comfortable, don't go, but I think it'll be okay. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm kind of walking around trying to find the best place to eat my leftovers. But I literally just cried to my professor. So she let class out like a half hour early, so I was only in there for like an hour. And then I stayed after to talk to her, and then we sat down and I just started crying. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel fine. I'm just like so overwhelmed because that course is a third year course. And so she's talking the whole time, and she's like, you know, this is your final year because universities here only last 3 years. And then if you get your master's, you just stay at your university for a 4th year, and then it's over. So she's like, so, you know, as third years, like, you have been, like, you know, this 3,000 word essay is nothing to you now. So, like, you'll be fine, blah, blah, blah. And I stayed after and I was like, I've never written an essay that long. And I just started, like, crying. I was like, I'm a second year in America. She didn't, so I said, I just arrived here a couple of days ago, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, like, oh, I think she was a little bit confused for a while. And then I said, like, oh, I'm a second year in America. And she said, oh. She's like, oh, you're not, like, here, you're just, like, a visiting student. And I was like, yeah, just for the semester, like, I just got here. She's like, oh. And the whole time I was trying to figure out, like, what her accent was. And then I found out that she's German, but her accent was very British. But she actually was an international student in Manchester for a year for university, from Germany. And she was like, yeah, we try to accommodate our international students as best we can. You know, like, you're gonna be okay, like, all these things. Very helpful. And I was like asking, I was like, what does this word mean? Oh, and why did you say this? And what is this thing? But then I was also just like, I don't know, I was like, I don't have the books yet. And she told me, she's like, there's the last independent bookstore in Nottingham. And she told me where it was and what it's called and everything. And then she's like, and then there's a bigger bookstore, and then you can go, there's a secondhand bookshop. She's like, try all those places before you go to the dreaded hell of Amazon. Because the class is literally on decolonialism. And she was like, I was talking and she was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. You have an American perspective on colonialism. Like, she got so excited. So really cool class. I think it feels like such, like, the only reason it's like a literature class is because you're reading and analyzing the texts that are about decolonialism. So I think I'm gonna actually, like, talk to someone back home and be like, this is basically what a political science class in the US would be. Can I get this as a political science credit with my literary studies credit as well? Because that's what it feels like to me. Or at least, like, some social sciences. Yeah, I'm just sort of wandering around. My next class is in an hour, in a building that I think I passed on my way here. It's this class, but the seminar for this class, so every class has a seminar for it with, like, a smaller group or whatever. You have your seminar group. I don't understand anything here. She's like, at least you know the language. And I was like, yeah, but for the past hour I did not feel like I knew the language, to be honest. That's kind of like, what is going on? But all, like stuff I'm super fascinated by. So I'm really interested in, like, the things I study as a political science major. So it's not nice enough out here to eat my lunch outside, but I don't know in what building I can eat in, because I would go to the student union. That would probably be fine, but I have my own food and they, like, serve food there, so I don't know if it's rude to have your own food. Some people are eating snacks in the library, but that just seems dangerous to me, to pull out a bowl of noodles in the library. This campus, this is literally just a campus, right? It's not like also the city, but it's still so large. It's, like, so overwhelming. I cannot wait for this seminar to be over and to go home. Because adapting to two places is actually way too much for my brain. Like, I'm here and I'm like, I'm here, I'm somewhere. But in my heart, my home is the city. And I'm like, I just want to go home to the people I know and the place that I know. And not whatever this is. But there looks to be like beautiful mountains and like sports pitches and everything. So I'm just sort of wandering. It's not raining right now, so I could put this on. I believe I saw the building I have class in earlier, but now I can't remember where I saw it. So I found the Marianne Evans building. It's right in front of me. I have a couple of other classes, and that's where the office that I'm supposed to meet with the person is. And I just saw by the corner of my eye Global Lounge, and that's where my professor told me to go hang out with so I'm on the top deck of a double-decker bus to go home. And I have to activate my card in person at the place when I get back, so I keep paying money. But I'll show you. Everyone just got off the bus, but I recognize, I obviously I was like, this isn't where I'm supposed to get off, but because the lady told me Corner House before, she's like, oh, Corner House, blah, 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 blah. And the Corner House is the stop. Thank goodness she told me that, because now I know what stop I'm getting off at. I probably could have gotten off at an earlier stop and been able to be closer to the place I'm supposed to be going for my ID, but I didn't think about that. I just got on at the stop I remember, which was actually not Corner House. It was the one before it, which is literally just in the back of Newton. And I don't know if that lady knew that was that stop. But anyway, now I got a maps of the place that I gotta go to get the thing. Let me check that they're still open. It's a 5-minute walk from where I am, so it's really all not that dramatic. It's like a 10-minute walk from my dorm. My dorm is a 5-minute walk from here, and the place is anyway. I gotta go 5 minutes away, and it's open until 5, which is nice. I've noticed some places are only open until 4 here, and some places are open until 6. And I'm telling you, cars will literally run you over here. They do not care. I keep walking like with the flow of people crossing the street, and the cars still will find me and run me over. It's so interesting to be walking in like the heart of the transportation place, because there's so many people, because it's like 4:30 and it's so dark. It's not even 4:30, but it's so dark, and there's so many people, and everyone is smoking. It's crazy. I think I'm able to appreciate this walk more right now, because it's just like, oh yeah, this is the Market Square and everything. This morning it was fun, but it was like, I was trying to find stuff, and now I'm like, da-di-da-di-da. Like, yeah, I don't know. Just enjoying being in the Market Square. The place I went to for the bus this morning was literally right in front of the travel center, which was where I needed to go anyway. So let's see if I can find my way back. I'm in no rush, so it's a fun experiment. The place to the transportation center Oh my goodness, I could have just gone in there this morning, but I had the best experience. Leo, the greeter, he stands at the door and then he's like, what are you here for? And then he like helps you get it all sorted out. And he's basically like, I was like, I need to get a bus pass. And they said I could activate my student card, and he said we actually don't do it on the student card anymore, which is why all the confusion. He was like, we have to print you a pass. He was like, so here's all like the prizings, and he's talking me through all of them, and then I'm like, I don't want to interrupt him, but then I sort of make him say more than he does, and I say, I believe because I'm an international student, so they told me that the school would pay for it. And he said, oh, you're an international student, come with me. And then he said, where are you from? The thing is, I guess there's so many different people here that like I could have moved here before or whatever. Like there's so many different, I had to take a picture of this actually. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about European buildings just being in the middle of the street. Okay, so he's like, oh, you're an international student. Yes, we have a list of them. So if we just check you off, we can get you all sorted. So he finds this way. He finds the list, or he gets someone to find the list, and then he has me fill out this paper where I keep having to cross things out because I have to look at, it takes me way too long to fill it up because I have to look up what my address here is. And then I put the postal code in the wrong spot, and then I have to write the date backwards, and then I have to write my phone number, but here I have to remember to write +1 and then my phone number, because it's not, like, their numbers here are way different, so I have to write +1 and then my phone, because they have like, what, we have 10, yeah, we have 10 numbers. I think they have 11 or 12 in their number, and it's +44, but obviously if you're here, it's just the number. So I do +1 and then put in my number, and it's just like all the little things that are so different, and that seems dangerous. And I've definitely been here before, so I'm doing well so far. It's really, the interesting thing is that the things I remember most are what the intersections look like the crossing the street. I'm like, I've crossed this street before. So when I get to like a junction on the road that's not an intersection, I'm like, I don't know. I almost did it. I almost gave in and looked up the address, but then I sort of saw, oh, I know exactly where I am. Yes, I was right. I saw these lights and I was like, that looks like the university quarter. And then I saw NTU on one of the buildings. I said, I'll head that way. And then I was like, that looks like Newton. And sure enough it is, because Wagamama is on this side. And Fridays. Look at this. Isn't that just TGIF? Anyway. I didn't know the Royal Concert Hall was here. So now that's another landmark. Because that you can see from the street. I love all their street signs. They're just beautiful. So this is Victoria Center. So this whole area is Victoria Center because there's a Victoria Center mall. Okay. The thing is, now I know my way back to Arkwright. And I have to go to the other side of Arkwright. And then maybe I'll recognize the streets enough to find my way back to Sanby, but I can't promise it. Oh my gosh, this gallery is where I'm supposed to go for class. We're supposed to see an art exhibit there sometime this week. And it's literally down the street from my house. Somehow I've done it. I was a little bit confused about what street to go up on, but I was like, I feel like Arkwright's not that far away. I'll go up the first street. And there's this little walking path right here that I know. Oh, someone's coming down. I've never actually walked in this part of the road because I always take the shortcut. But I got scared because someone was walking down the walking path. But that's this street leads us. Yes, there is a map in the background. I don't know if it has the holes on it, but I also can't read maps, so. But this street leads to. I don't want to get ahead of myself because knowing me, I get lost at the very last second when it's like right in front of me. But is this what it feels like to like have a sense of direction? I'm so proud of myself. The confusing part is I keep thinking I have to walk that way, but apparently we keep walking the long way, like the way that we always walk is the long way, when we could just be, but it's to the city. But this is where the entrance is. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why we walk this way to the city. Oh, I have to get out my freaking key fob to get in. But anyway, I've arrived. I picked up the video to be like, I don't know, and then, or to say like, oh yeah, the signs over there always confuse me. But, here I am. Wow, look at me. One thing about food is that you should eat it. And you should not wait until your body hurts. But I guess that's uni life for you. Because my body hurts. And it's kind of like, we're gonna get up and go somewhere, we're gonna choose somewhere to buy food, blah, 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 blah. And then it ends up coming around to, yes, we do need to do this. Who's gonna stand up first? I don't want to get up because I'm so tired. You know, it's the whole thing. We're going to Nando's. I said, actually, Grace, we're going to go to Nando's. And we're going to love it. So I'm so excited. It was only recently that I learned that Nando's is actually South African and like it's like Afro-Portuguese influence or whatever. I don't know what any of that means. But I do know that we're going. I'm so excited. And I've been wanting to go to Nando's since, I don't know. Honestly, probably seriously since like 2020. When during COVID I just watched a ton of One Direction like, oh my gosh, them talking, like whatever those vlogs were that they made. And yeah, and they love Nando's. All British people I feel like love Nando's. And like chicken shaw update moment, I mean, come on. Yes? Of course.